In the video posted on YouTube in December of 2016, the girl's long hair hangs out from her beanie hat as she looks up imploringly at passers-by. A mom with a stroller rushes by, no doubt hurrying to get somewhere else. The girl doesn't seem to have that option. Between her snow boot-clad feet, she holds a styrofoam cup, maybe hoping to beg for enough money to buy herself a hot drink. Some people look at her as they walk by. One woman glances back over her shoulder from a few steps away, perhaps not quite sure what to do. Meanwhile, others bend down to put some loose change in the cup. Finally, a woman breaks her stride to talk to her. Slowing down as she approaches, she crouches down and says, "Hey, why are you homeless?" However, the youngster simply shrugs her shoulders, so the lady ventures another question. "Are you okay?" In answer, the girl gives a slight nod but still doesn't speak. Undeterred, the passerby tries one more time, asking kindly, "Why don't you have anywhere to go?" But when the child gives another shrug of the shoulders, the well-meaning stranger decides there's no more she can do. "Here," she says, dropping some coins into the cup. "I hope you're okay," she tells her, reluctantly moving away. Consequently, the girl is on her own once more. She looks hopefully down the street, perhaps wondering who else is going to come her way. More people walk along the bustling sidewalk, wrapped up from the cold and no doubt in their own thoughts. The child stares blankly ahead. Then a woman in a red plaid shirt approaches. Slowing down to look at the girl and read her sign, it seems as if she might just stop walking. But she carries on, and the child must be left thinking that another would-be savior has given up on her. However, the video clip cuts to a few minutes later. Amazingly, the lady is walking back to the girl, clasping two brown paper packages. From face on, the viewer can see that her own clothes look mismatched and worn. "Hi," she says to the child as she lowers herself down to talk to her. "How are you?" Next, the Good Samaritan hands over the packages of food and puts a $20 bill in her cup. "I don't have much," she tells the girl, "but this is for you. Some money and some food." Remarkably, the only person to stop, sit down, and offer food seems to be living on the streets herself. "Are you homeless?" the caring stranger asks, concerned. "Where are your parents? Are you okay?" As before, the girl shrugs. "I'm here to help you if you need something," the lady reassures her. Subsequently, while the girl remains silent, her friend sees someone else approaching to talk to them. That someone is in fact the man behind Robbie TV, a filmmaker creating the video to post on YouTube, because the girl isn't, in fact, homeless. It turns out she's a child actor called Layla, pretending to be destitute as part of a social experiment to see if anyone would stop to help. Robbie stepped in to thank the woman, as it was clear she had given what little she had to help the young actress. Crouching down to shake her hands, he explains, "I just wanted to say thank you very much. We've got a camera over there. We're shooting a video." Obviously wanting to help, he carries on. "I just want to ask, looking from your pants, are you homeless?" The lady nods sadly to confirm that she is. Overcome with her generosity, Robbie says, "Honestly, we saw you give $20 and you brought food. You were trying to feed her and you felt so bad for her." Standing up, Robbie says, "All that we can really do is give you $50. He hands the unknown helper the money, and her face shows that she is clearly shocked by the gift. The YouTuber bends down once more, this time to give her a hug. Incredibly, however, despite her impoverished circumstances, the woman wouldn't accept back the food she donated, or the girl's earnings. A strapline across the video reads, "We tried to give the woman the food back and the little money it made, but she didn't want it." Instead, the video shows Layla donating the money and food to another homeless lady. "Here, I've got this for you," she says as she hands it over. "Thank you, sweetheart," the grateful recipient tells her, clearly emotional at the act of empathy. "Thank you so much." And having had a brief glimpse of what life might be like on the streets, the girl gives her a hug too. Perhaps she bore in mind that the only person to stop and offer real help was homeless herself. Understandably, viewers of the video were amazed at the lack of aid offered to Layla when she was posing as a beggar, and they were touched by the generosity of her new friend. One poster said, "Goodness sakes, I so hope that homeless lady, the one who really offered help, gets some true help herself." But another person who commented on the video wasn't so convinced by the scenario. She wrote, This is a staged experiment to see if anyone cares. This is why no one stops or cares, since they expect situations like this to be fake. Hopefully the reason people didn't stop was because they were suspicious that it was a setup, as the commenter suggested. But to see a child begging on the street is such a terrible thing. If she'd been doing it for real, at least one person was willing to stop and check she was okay.